Hey, how you doing there? Henry Olsen here from Super Simple Guitar, and welcome to another 5-Minute Friday. Short and simple little lesson that you can take and make your own and have a lot of fun with over the weekend. So today I'm going to be showing you a very simple way of identifying what chords work well together and what chords are within different musical keys. Okay, so if you've never really understood this, or you wonder what people are talking about when they're talking about musical keys or the degrees, for instance, a 1-4-5 chord progression or whatever chord progression, I'm going to literally break that down for you in just a couple of minutes. And I promise you, if you stick around, it's going to make a lot of sense and you're going to be having a lot of light bulb moments. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into it and let's check this out. See you there. Okay, so the first step is just to remember this very, very simple shape. Okay, I'm starting on the note C, and the shape looks like this, okay? Now that's the major scale starting with the note C, okay? The next thing that you're gonna have to remember once you get the shape under your fingers is just, you're gonna have to count them, okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Or as we like to call it in music theory, 8. We've arrived at our octave, but it's still the note C, so don't be confused by that, okay? So those are basically what we call interval degrees, okay? Those are the different intervals of C major, okay? So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And all this scale shape does, the scale shape that I showed you, is it just filters out those intervals, right? So the next thing that you're going to have to remember, and this is the final thing, and this is what's going to unlock every musical key for you, is just the way these chords are going to be played when we turn them into chords, okay? So your 1 chord is always going to be major, so that's going to be a C major when you're playing a chord progression. Your 2 chord, which is the D, is going to be minor. Your 3 chord is going to be minor. Your 4 chord is going to be major. 5 chord is going to be major. 6 chord is going to be minor. 7 chord is going to be diminished, and then you're back at your C, okay? So that's, and you're going to have to remember this formula, but once you do, you can apply it to any musical key, and it's going to unlock all musical keys for you, okay? So again, 1 major, 2 minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, and then back to your 1. And these charts that you see on screen are going to be available for you totally for free as a free download. The link for that is under this video. So once you've finished watching this, you're going to be able to go download those charts and have a more easy time just looking at everything I'm showing you and analyzing it, okay? So that's in the key of C, and that's how you're going to know the chords of C major. Now let's try it in a different key, okay? So let's go to G, and you can do this on any note you choose, right? It's just going to show you the chords that are within that key, okay? So starting with G, 1 is going to be a G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished, and then G. Okay, so let's try that. G major. The 2 was here. A minor. The 3 was here. B minor. The 4 was here. C major. The 5 was here. Right? D major. We're going to play the E minor here, even though we could play it here. Right? Then we're going to have that diminished chord. There it is. Okay, that's the F sharp diminished, and then back to G. Okay, now you could do this on any note you start with, and the chart that you see on the screen is going to show you all of the musical keys. Okay, so that's just taking every single key and putting it in a chart, but the way that we arrive at that is using this simple do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, identifying the interval degrees, and then knowing that your 1 is going to be major, your 2 is going to be minor, and so on, okay? So this is your kind of, if this is your first musical lesson, musical theory lesson, this is just a simple way to filter out keys that work within different, chords that work within different keys and how they all fit together, okay? So the next time you hear somebody saying, let's play a 1-4-5 chord progression, you're going to know if it's in the key of G, your G is your 1, your 4 is right down here, C major. And then your 5 is a D major, right? So that's a 1, 4-5 chord progression. What if they say play a 1-2-5-4 chord progression? Well, you're going to go G1, 2 minor, I'm not sure what I said anymore, 4, 5. So that's a 1 to the 2 to the 4 to the 5. Right? All right, if you want to go deeper with me, make sure to check out my All Access membership. I go much deeper into all of this in there. I also tell you how to solo to different chords if you don't know that yet, to different chord progressions. So if you want to go deeper with me, check that out. Again, don't forget to get that free download. It'll help you get this stuff under your fingers. And that's about that. And also really try to remember this, right? Remember this scale. And remember that major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, major formula, because that's something that's never going to change in music theory, okay? And it's super important to know. If you've heard of the Nashville number system, that's what they're talking about. If you hear about the blues 1-4-5 chord progression, that's what they're talking about, okay? So I hope you liked this 5-Minute Friday. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, tell a friend, all the good stuff. Have a great weekend. Henry Olsen here. Over and out. Bye-bye.